Debt Free Mafia, what is up? Hey, in today's video, I want to talk of the things that annoy me more than anything when people say these things to me. That was a very confusing way to word that. Anyways, today I want to talk about stuff that just really gets under my skin whenever people say it to me in regards to the debt-free lifestyle, in regards to the lifestyle, living a legacy for your children's children. If these are lifestyles that you are interested in, go ahead, hit subscribe. We talk all about the debt-free lifestyle. We talk about how to handle debt, how to handle debt collectors, how to handle budgeting, how to handle personal finance in general. We also talk about setting ourselves up for the future and our goals and dreams that we have. And if you are a big believer in not only freedom with your money, but freedom with your time, the debt-free lifestyle is definitely for you. So be sure to hit subscribe. Also hit thumbs up if you agree with me on any of these. Also, I want to, before we even end, if there's anything somebody has said to you that just really irritates you when it comes to wanting to be debt-free or being debt-free, let me know in the comments what they've said, because chances are we've heard something very similar. So I wanted to start this off. And this one I've heard multiple times from a few different people, actually. And it's a lot of this stuff is just comes from being a part of the culture that we live in. We live in a very consumeristic culture, a culture that wants the new and the now, right? So I say that because I've heard this several times, and it's starting to become normal, which is not what we are here at the Debt Free Mafia. We are not normal. We're weirdos, and we're okay with that. We're okay with being weird, right? It's weird to be debt-free in today's culture. But anyways, this first one, you will always have a car payment. I hate that. I personally have never had a car payment, and I plan to keep it that way. Fortunately enough, I had parents that loved me very much and were able to buy me an old vehicle that I used as long as I possibly could. I was also gifted one from my in-laws, which was very awesome. Granted, it was an older model, but I didn't care. I really don't care about the model and the year as long as it gets me from A to B. So I'm very thankful for that. However, I didn't do what I originally wanted to do before I was a debt-free advocate. I did want to go out and finance a car for my wife after we got our professional jobs, just because that was normal to me before I had my life change, my transformation in my finances. But that one always gets under my skin because we live in a culture now where people waste so much money on car payments. I have another video, it's called Car Payments Are Stupid. You can go check it out. I kind of go into depth as to why. But you got to remember, when you borrow money to get the newest and the nicest, what happens is you're not really borrowing money. You're buying money at a premium and getting less of it. So if a car loan is $20,000 and you get like a 5% interest rate on it, what you're doing is you need $20,000, but you're going to end up paying somewhere around $24,000 to $26,000 for that $20,000. Let that sink in. Not only was it a waste of $5,000 or $6,000, whatever it is, that money you could have taken from your monthly payment for your car and put it into a investment fund of some sort, either an index fund, mutual fund, Roth IRA, whatever it is, whatever your strategy is, that could be earning you interest. People would be paying you to borrow your money, your investments, instead of you paying other people, right? It's more money coming in, money not going out, right? So that's a big one for me. You don't have to have a car payment. Be a weirdo. I have several clients who have sold cars. They've sold their cars to get rid of their payment. And what they did is they went out and bought a $1,000 to $3,000 car, and we just upped their emergency fund and their car maintenance fund just to keep up with it, because they break down, right? But don't get fooled. We live in a society where cars are lasting a lot longer. They're a lot more efficient than what they were. 200,000 miles is the new 100,000 miles. Don't be fooled by that. Don't fall into that trick. Use your money to make you money. Don't use your money to keep up with the Joneses, right? And so that's that one. Also, we're gonna go on to number two. This one I've heard just once, but it just really kind of caught me off guard because I just could not disagree with it anymore. But that is, debt motivates me. And that is crazy to me, right? That's crazy to me. A lot of people think that they need to have bills to be able to make to get up and have the motivation to work during the day. And if that is your motivation, that is the wrong motivation, right? Again, we just talked about it just a minute ago. If you are making debt payments, what you're doing is you're paying extra to be able to have money now, right? So what I'd rather you do, instead of that being your motivation, I would challenge you for your motivation to be, hey, how much money can I put into these investments that are going to end up paying me money, right? That should be your motivation, because your net worth is going to compound have compound growth instead of a degrading of your total net worth when it comes to borrowing money. So don't do that. Don't have that motivation, right? Research it, think about it, play with the numbers, talk to an advisor that you trust, kind of play with the numbers to get an idea of what you need to be investing every month to hit the goals and the dreams that you have for your ideal retirement, right? If you do it right, if you are a young person, if you do it right, you can retire early by playing your cards right this way. Don't get caught up in all of these things with interest rates, right? So that's my second one. Okay, so this next one, and these next two I have are just things, little phrases I've heard. Good luck with that. That usually comes shortly after me saying, hey, I live a debt-free lifestyle. I'm going to teach people how to live a debt-free lifestyle. I don't plan on having car payments. I don't plan on having credit card balances. I don't plan on having student loans anymore. Whatever that might be. And again, I want to reiterate this real quick. If you want to be a part of the Debt-Free Mafia, hit subscribe. You do not have to be debt-free. Let me make that very clear. You do not have to be debt-free, but we are a group of people who want to be debt-free. So people are going to probably be telling you that. If you have that motivation to be debt-free, they're going to be telling you, good luck with that. Or if you are debt-free, good luck keeping it that way, right? We kind of live in this world where people just think that borrowing money is totally normal, right? And I'm not against you borrowing money to buy a home, right? That is an extremely difficult thing to do with cash. If you can pull it off, great. If not, I know people that pulled it off with cash. That's awesome. However, most of us do that. However, that's a little bit different because that's an asset that's actually gaining value if you do it right at the same rate as your interest rate, so you're not technically losing nearly as much money. Anyways, that's another whole other story. But good luck with that. That kind of what it does is it kind of it's like, yeah, right, you can't do that, right? And so for me, it's super motivating, right? The cool thing is for me is I always wanted to work for myself. I always wanted to have freedom with my time. That was one of the freedoms that I wanted by being debt-free. And so that's actually something that I'm able to do now. I'm a full-time financial coach, and I'm able to set my own schedule and able to help people bring the most value out of their paycheck as possible. And I do that for a living now, and I have freedom to be with my son, my wife, family on the weekends, whatever I want to. I'm not stuck having to make money for somebody else. Granted, there's nothing wrong with doing that. I'm just saying that for me was something I wanted to do. Yeah, I'm having good luck with it. Thank you. Okay, last one. This one was probably one of the ones that has irritated me more than anything. And what we did, and if you know my story, and I have my story in other videos, but we were $1.2 million in debt, had to go through a bankruptcy to get rid of basically the majority of that because it was a commercial lease that we were stuck in. Had to go through the whole court system. It was awful. It was awful. Go check out my story. I got that one. I'll probably try to link it here. But what we were left over was $65,000 even after the bankruptcy in debt. So we still had to pay off debt even after bankruptcy. And so we just got really busy. We decided to move from somewhere pretty to somewhere not as pretty. We moved from beautiful Colorado to West Texas, where there was more jobs. We did it because we wanted to pay off our debt. So we moved where the good jobs were, where the cost of living was relatively low compared to the average income. And we got busy. My wife and I both got jobs, and we worked our tails off. We got an inexpensive apartment. Again, we didn't take on any car loans. We didn't do anything like that. We lived debt-free. We didn't take on any other debts, what I'm saying, and we had the mentality to want to be debt-free, so we got serious. We worked our tails off. We paid that debt off in about 2.5 years. I think it was around in there. But anyways, we did that, and the reason why we worked so hard is because we didn't make great salaries. We really didn't make great salaries. My wife and I's salaries added up together still didn't meet the average salary in Midland County, Texas, which is where we reside. So the thing is what was really irritating when we hear must be nice, and I will tell you, if you've ever used that, use it with caution, because what you're doing is you are discounting what somebody has accomplished, and it's very frustrating because we made sacrifices. We said no to vacations. We said no to eating out a lot. We said no to buying new cars. We said no to spending frivolous amounts of money on whatever we wanted, toys, hobbies, all that stuff. We said no a lot. Our budget was tight. Everything extra that we had was going towards debt. We were really, really, really trying hard to pay our debt off. And what we get told is must be nice. The one that we got told was must be nice to have oil field money because we lived in the oil field. We didn't. I just told you we didn't have oil field money. We weren't making six figures each, right? We were able to pay it off with our very much below average salaries for the area, right? So that one was it just felt like it was like a they just wanted to discount what we were saying, and a lot of the times people tell you it must be nice, not to try to offend you, but them discrediting you in a way makes them feel more secure about their financial situation, because they're saying must be nice because, you know, I'm not able to do that. You had all these good things going for you, and that's why you're able to do it, not me. Right? So it's justifying an insecurity. That's what must be nice is. So what I want to encourage you is, if you guys have ever heard these things, be encouraged. Keep running the good race. Be a weirdo with me. Join the debt-free mafia. Again, you don't have to be debt-free to be in the debt-free mafia. If you just dig the debt-free vibe, go ahead and hit subscribe. Love for you to be here. Love for you to have the transformation of being debt-free. It is so rewarding, so fulfilling, and it buys you freedom of time, freedom of vacations, freedom of what house you need to buy. It buys you so many different freedoms and allows you to chase dreams, goals, have peace. I mean, the list goes on for the pros for being debt free. But guys, I appreciate you for stopping by. I hope this video was interesting to you. Again, let me know in the comments if you have been told anything that just really got under your skin when it comes to your personal finance. Appreciate you guys. Peace.